Module 5. Organizing Space and Materials. Organizing physical space and materials for children is important to keep everyone safe and make learning fun. Here are some important things to consider. When organizing the physical space and materials for students, teachers should prioritize safety and strive to make learning enjoyable. They should also follow mandated safety procedures and thoroughly inspect equipment before students arrive. Teachers should also provide instruction on how to use materials safely and select appropriate equipment and materials based on age and ability. Teachers should make adjustments to accommodate children with special needs and actively supervise students to maintain a safe learning environment. They should also consider sound when arranging centers, avoiding placing noisy centers next to quiet ones. The size, cleanliness, and organization of equipment and furnishings are important considerations. Teachers should ensure that everything is attractive and easy for students to use. They should also design the space to allow for free movement and provide storage space for each center, labeling it for easy access. Lastly, teachers should make sure that storage space is located near the area of first use, both indoors and outdoors. By implementing these strategies, teachers can create a safe, organized, and enjoyable learning environment for their students. Setting up the classroom. Teachers need to make sure that there is enough space for all the children in the classroom. This means that everyone should have enough room to move around and work comfortably. Next, teachers should create different kinds of spaces in the classroom. This includes individual spaces, small group spaces, and large group spaces. This will help children to work and learn in different ways. It's important for teachers to create clear pathways and boundaries in the classroom. This means that there should be areas for different activities, like pretend play and block building, and they should be separated from each other. For example, teachers shouldn't put the listening center between the pretend play and block centers. Finally, teachers should create a semi-open room with boundaries on 3 sides of each center. This means that each activity area should have some separation from the others, but still be visible to the teacher. Why use learning centers? Learning centers are spaces in classrooms where students can work independently or in small groups on different learning activities. Here are 5 reasons why learning centers are awesome. Firstly, learning centers help minimize experience and ability differences among students. This means that no matter how much you know about a particular topic or subject, you can still benefit from the activities in the learning center. Secondly, learning centers make it easier for students with special needs to be included in classroom activities. This is because they provide a more relaxed and personalized learning environment. Thirdly, learning centers accommodate different attention spans and the need to move around. This means that if you find it hard to sit still for long periods of time, you can move around and work at different centers that interest you. Fourthly, all types of learning are possible in learning centers. Whether you're a visual learner, an auditory learner, or a hands-on learner, you can find activities that suit your learning style. Finally, teachers can easily supervise and assess your learning in a learning center. This means that your teacher can give you feedback on your work and help you improve your skills. Creating effective learning centers. Creating effective learning centers can be done in different ways. Here are some tips to help teachers make their learning centers more effective. Teachers need to use their knowledge of children's experience and ability to design centers that are appropriate for the age and developmental level of their students. Centers should be flexible and adaptable. Teachers should be able to change the materials and activities in each center to match the needs and interests of their students. Teachers should provide a variety of centers daily. This helps to keep students engaged and interested in learning. Teachers should introduce children to new materials and new centers. This helps to expand their knowledge and understanding of different concepts. Teachers should use the space of a specific center to meet the goals of several learning domains over time. For example, a center that focuses on literacy skills could also be used to teach social skills. Finally, teachers should interact with the children engaged in center activity. This helps to build relationships and provide support to students as they learn. Center guidelines. Centers are different areas in the classroom where you can work on different activities and projects. Here are some important guidelines that teachers follow to make sure the centers are fun and safe for everyone. Provide displays of materials. This means that the teacher will show you what materials you can use in each center. For example, if you're in the art center, you might see markers, crayons, and paper on display. Provide a variety of paper and writing tools for the center. This means that the teacher will make sure there are different kinds of paper and writing tools available for you to use in the writing center. Display related written materials. This means that the teacher will put up posters, charts, or other written materials that relate to the activities in each center. Provide tools and materials for cleanup. This means that the teacher will give you the tools and materials you need to clean up after you're done working in each center. For example, in the sensory center, you might see a broom and dustpan for sweeping up any spills. Consider pathways, water, electricity, or other resources when placing the center. This means that the teacher will think about where to put each center so that it's safe and easy to use. For example, the water table might be placed near a sink so that you can fill it up easily. Introduce the materials and the task to the children, including pictographs or recorded directions. This means that the teacher will explain what you can do in each center and how to use the materials. They might also use pictures or recordings to help you understand. Include 3 or 4 theme-related centers daily. This means that the teacher will choose different activities for each center based on a theme. For example, during a farm theme, you might see a center for making paper plate animals and a center for sorting toy animals. Change tasks in the centers regularly. This means that the teacher will switch out the activities in each center so that you always have something new and interesting to do. Some centers should be self-sustaining. This means that you can work independently in some centers without needing help from the teacher. Structuring self-sustaining centers. A self-sustaining center is a place where students can direct their learning without the need for outside support. The purpose of these centers is to help children develop autonomy and understanding of sequential activities. To use the materials in the center, teachers should introduce the activity and allow students to ask questions. Teachers should also remind students to use the materials cooperatively and keep resources in the center for others to find. New centers and more complex activities should only be introduced after the general center activity has begun. Teachers can work closely with an initial, smaller group of students who can then assist other students who want to participate. Teachers can use a variety of direction-giving strategies, such as pictographs for younger children and written or recorded instructions for older children. Center activities should also support the need to practice skills previously taught, particularly for students who have missed school or need more repetition to learn new skills. Teachers can structure activities in which students can complete a project independently, such as making fruit salad. The teacher can show the students how to do the activity and take pictures of each step in the process with sequential steps numbered and labeled. By using self-sustaining centers, students can learn to direct their learning and develop a sense of independence in the classroom. Storage/display of materials. Teachers need to store materials near the area where they're used. This means that if we're doing a science experiment at the front of the classroom, the materials we need will be stored close by, so we don't waste time walking around looking for them. Second, some materials can be dangerous if children get hold of them. Medicines, cleaners, and other hazardous materials are stored in child-inaccessible areas, where they can't be accidentally accessed by students. Third, small toys and manipulatives are stored in clear plastic boxes that are easily accessible to children. That way, they can see what's inside and easily get what they need for their learning activities. Finally, teachers store frequently used materials in a way that's both accessible and displayed and ready to use. This means that if we need markers, paper, or other materials for our classwork, they'll be within reach and easy to find. Adjusting the physical environment during use. Teachers can make adjustments to the physical environment to prevent potential problems from happening. By setting up the classroom in a safe and organized way, they can reduce safety issues that might occur during class. If a behavior problem arises, teachers can also make changes to the physical environment to help reduce the behavior problem. For example, if a student is easily distracted, the teacher might move the student to a quieter part of the room or away from other students who might be a distraction. Making adjustments to the physical environment can also help reduce the need for many rules and limits. When students have clear expectations and a well-organized classroom, they are less likely to act out or misbehave. Overall, teachers should be aware of the physical environment and make adjustments as needed to help create a safe and positive learning environment for their students.